Welcome to Hooper Mix TV, where we talk everything hoops. My name is Eli.
And my name is Pat, and we know that the 2021 season has just started, but it's already looking like it's going to be one for the ages.
I know, right? For example, Steph Curry and Doncic are below 40% three-point shooters.
Also, strong teams like the Nets, Raptors, and Nuggets are struggling. And worst of all, JaVale McGee actually looks like a potential MVP candidate.
Stop the cap!
I'm just kidding, but surprisingly, the Cavs are a top 5 team in the East. Let me repeat that. Cavs is a top 5 team in the East without LeBron James.
That's right, folks. As of the 5th of January and after 7 games, the Cavs are in a position where they can get a playoff seat this year and might even have home court advantage if it comes to it.
That is why for this video, we will be talking about how the Cavs became so good, what are they doing right, and can they really make the playoffs?
Now you know all of that. Y'all ready? Let's get started. Let's start off by talking about them as a collective group and as a team. What are they doing right this season?
Team-wise, they are a 10-man deep with a weird mix of players. Some young, some old, but not entirely veterans.
Stats-wise, their offensive game is where you would expect them to be, 28th out of the 30 teams. But their defensive rating is eye-catching as they are currently 2nd in the NBA.
They're a pretty slow team that gets grimy on defense, and they take their time attacking their opponents.
Believe it or not, their offensive stats are just average, around top 15 for both shooting percentages and points scored, though they are 10th in assists. Basically, in offense, they rely on their surprisingly talented backcourt and watch them work while their big men provides inside support through rebounding and setting hard screens.
Like we said, they do their damage on defense. And at the moment, they have the rebound leader in Andre Drummond, who is also top 5 in both blocks and steals. But they also have quality and athletic big men in JaVale McGee, Larry Nance Jr., and also Kevin Love when he comes back from injury.
To be honest, if you're just a casual fan, watching them might just be a little stagnant because most people don't appreciate the little things this team does in order to win games.
However, we love these little details, and for sure, Cavs fans everywhere are happy at what their team is doing right and hoping this can be sustained and be able to reach the playoffs. Now, let's get to the part everyone wants to know. How are they actually playing this good?
If you guys haven't noticed, the Cavs roster is quite intimidating compared to other tanking teams.
Their starting lineup, day in, day out, could wreak havoc at any given night. First, you have such young players in Darius Garland and Colin Sexton who are both playing out of their minds right now.
And if you follow us on Twitter at HooperMixTV, then you know their duo named Sexland is going off right now, and we love it as well. Hashtag Sexland is dropping collectively 40 points a game. Yeah, there are other duos who are dropping more, but take into account these two aren't all-stars yet, and Sexton is in his 3rd year while Garland is in his 2nd year.
Now, partner that up with the player Drummond, who is leading the league in boards, averaging 16 points and 14 rebounds a game. This guy is single-handedly grabbing a 4th of the team's total rebounds a night by himself.
Those three together are already a solid foundation for the team. Plus, they have 2 amazing glue guys in their starting lineup in Cedi Osman and Larry Nance Jr.
Osman provides coverage as a great 3-and-D guy who plays to his strengths and takes what the defense gives him, mainly on cuts and open shots. While Larry Nance Jr. spaces the floor and helps Drummond defend the paint with his good instincts and hyper-jumping abilities.
Their starting lineup is pretty dangerous because they are slowly gelling and playing with more trust and confidence in each other every single game. And the mind-blowing part is their average age is 25 years old, with no one being older than 28. So they still have a lot of work to be done and improvements they can personally make.
Most teams are not intimidated by their bench because they consist mainly of young players, rookies and sophomores, but they have been playing really well this season.
The bright side is a lot of their players who have major roles to the team's bench are sidelined by injury right now.
You have the all-star Kevin Love, who is still injured and can be a great 6th man while he slowly gets back to his old self without disrupting the Cavs offense.
Partner that up with a soon returning Matthew Dellavedova, who knows how to run an offense, with Kevin Porter Jr., who is a dog on defense, which we believe is highly underrated, and you have a bench that can be relied on once they are healthy.
All in all, their roster has so much potential because the best part is they have good pieces they can trade for more reliable players, or even better yet, an all-star, if they decide to be a playoff contender now. Now, playoff contention. It's pretty hard to put them in playoff discussion without being a little hesitant because even though the East is the weaker conference, there are still many good teams that are steadily on the rise.
That's right, you have the favorites in the Bucks, Celtics, Sixers, Heat, then spots 5 to 8 can go to almost anyone at this point, In the middle class, you have the Pacers, Nets, Raptors.
And then we got the Magic, Hawks, who believe will be potentially fighting for the 8th seed.
Now factor in the Cavs. They need to push hard to get a better record than the Magic or the Hawks by the end of the season. Though these teams are also on to an impressive start. And maybe even hope the Raptors, who are playing awful right now, drop out of playoff standings, which in our opinion is highly unlikely.
But let's say that the Cavs did become 8th or even 7th seed. I do not think they will beat the Celtics in a 7-game series, let alone the Milwaukee Bucks.
That does not mean that this season will be a waste, because they really aren't built to win right now. But they're slowly laying down a foundation for what can look like a team to be in the future, and you can tell the organization is heading in the right direction.
Remember, the Warriors dynasty wasn't built overnight, but it started off with a backcourt that they could slowly rely on, and then find a supporting cast that will fit with them and with their system.
And honestly, in terms of duo names, Sexland sounds way better than the Splash Bros.
Well, that's our thoughts about the Cavs this season. And we're actually pretty excited for what the future holds for this team now that the LeBron era for Cleveland is finally done.
Like, I'm super hyped for #Sexland to be creating chaos in the playoffs. They're giving me 2007 We Believe Golden State Warrior vibes.
Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and share with a friend. So, do you think the Cavs will make it to the playoffs? Comment your thoughts down below.
Go follow all of our social media, same name, links will be down below. Make sure to click on that notification bell button to get notified as we post a new video every week. Well, that's it for this one, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.